So, I did a video about Cedar Point and where I think is coming for the massive 150th anniversary yesterday. But today, I'm going to talk about what is coming to all the Cedar Fair parks in 2020. As you know, I did Cedar Point yesterday, and we know they're doing some refurbing some classics and bringing them back and getting a boat ride of some type in 2020. I'll leave the link in the description down below, and I'll also leave the thing to click in the top right corner as well. Then we've got California's Great America. As in my opinion, it is Cedar Fair's most up-and-coming park, as they have said they have massive plans for it, and still, this is coming to be Cedar Fair's next franchise park, up there with Kings Island, Cedar Point, Carowinds, and all of those. And of course, they continue this with a completely redone and updated water park, which to be named South Bay Shores. So, with the rename of South Bay Shores, they have the new water slides coming, as they are getting the Pacific Surge Slides Complex, which will feature 6 new slides with Shark Reef Plunge, as these slides have a nearly vertical free fall where the floor suddenly drops out from under you. And well, these 4 slides offer a high-speed thrill that will also plunge you into a series of flat loops and S-curves for a great water thrill. Then we got Feeding Frenzy, as you can ride solo or with a friend on a wild slide through an enclosed tube with dark spirals and a whirlpool finale, which will send you spinning around and around, and it's gonna be fun. Then we got Barracuda, as this ride is supposed to be very intimidating, and it's supposed to be delivering some speed, some thrilly turns, and dive down at the end with a plunge, of course. Also, this new beginning for the water park will bring some family fun, as they will be getting the Tide Pool, which is a new family lagoon with 8 kid-sized water slides that line the perimeter of a zero-depth entry pool, which will give children their own pint-sized water thrills. Also, Barefoot Beach is coming, as this sand play and beach area will offer a new place for guests to relax and enjoy the sun. As Six Flags Great America will also be building at South Bay Shores, a brand new entrance for it, some new restaurants, a new family changing area, more lounge chairs, additional shade, and landscaping with native plants. Also, the water park's existing slides and attractions will receive makeovers as well, receiving new names highlighting the coastal theming of South Bay Shores. As I think this is a great addition for California Great America, and as I said, this is my most anticipated park that will be eventually up there in about 10 years with Cedar Point, Kings Island, and Carowinds. And of course, the announcement everybody knows about, which is Kings Island's Orion, as this is going to be one of only 7 gigacoasters in the world, and will be unveiled at Kings Island in spring of 2020. Some of the stats that they have is the longest first 300-foot drop at Kings Island, of course, 7 more hills with speeds up to 91 miles per hour, 5,321 feet of track, which really is not that much for a giga. And then it's Kings Island's tallest, fastest, and longest steel coaster. And it's the second longest steel roller coaster at the park behind the Beast. Also, it's the 7th fastest roller coaster in North America and 13th in the world. As for this coaster, there's definitely been some mixed reviews, as some people think it's going to be a great ride, which is more than likely it will be a great ride. Just some people are just disappointed by this announcement and expecting more for the Giga and wanting something better. But, of course, Kings Island is kind of the 3rd park in the north at Cedar Fair. Then from Kings Island on to Kings Dominion, as we already know, this is going to be something for the water park, as the volcano replacement is more likely to come in 2021. And they have teased that they are closing Big Wave Bay, which was the first wave area that they made, and that they are building something there, of course. The question is what they are building there, as I think they will probably see some type of slide complex, sort of like California Great America got, and maybe they do something else as well, and change the theme park name to something tropical as well, but who knows, anything can happen at this point. So, now let's get started with the parks that Cedar Fair doesn't actually love, and they usually don't get much attention. As we'll first start with Dorney, as they will be getting a new beach-themed multi-level play structure named Seaside Splashworks, as the new family attraction will feature more than 75 play elements to engage the entire family for hours, which are including 6 water slides, interactive spray jets that guests of all ages can operate, oversized water cannons for splashing family and friends, a 190-foot net bridge trail where guests can challenge their climbing and discovery skills, a 317-gallon bucket that will be drenching everybody, standing below it every 3 to 4 minutes, and of course a splash zone just for toddlers. As of course this is a great addition for the park, as we usually don't expect this much for a small park anyways that isn't on top of Cedar Fair's wish list, so this is a decent addition for them. As Valley Fair will be getting the Grand Carnival Festival, just like all the other parks in the Cedar Fair family are getting, but the Valley Fair Carnival will feature the spectacle of Color Parade, where guests will be able to immerse themselves in the electrifying vibe and take in extraordinary sights and sounds of sparkling floats and extravagantly costumed performers. As this is pretty much just like every other Grand Carnival Festival that they have, where they have floats, celebrate, and they're just having a bunch of fun at this festival. As they also have a street party afterwards, which will play a bunch of music and just be filled to have a party vibe atmosphere. Also, if this is anything like all the other festivals, the food is to die for, and it will be great food. Then we've got Worlds of Fun, which competition and thrills will be combined at Worlds of Fun in 2020 when Riptide Raceway, the longest mat racing water slide in the Midwest and the second longest in the U.S., will debut next summer in 2020. As the raceway will take guests 5 stories high before they speed down 4 side-by-side tunnels atop a mat, which each rider in each lane will race in a journey down the hillside around a 360-degree route and through a final descent before splashdown reaching the finish line. As this will be a great addition to the park, as they were missing that mat racing slides element, and mat racing slides are literally always a big hit at every park because everybody has that family-friendly atmosphere and everybody has a little bit of competitive side to them. Whoa! Am I reading this correct? Michigan Adventure is actually on this list for once, as they are finally getting something this year. And no, it is not a trash can actually, as they are reimagining their section of Camp Snoopy, which will feature 5 new rides with an outdoors theme, including a family-friendly roller coaster and a playground, as each ride will be aimed at families with children from toddlers to preteens, as the Woodstock Express is described as a family roller coaster with plenty of ups and downs, simulating the frenetic flight pattern of Snoopy's best bird friend. Then we got Beagle Scout Lookout, which will let young adventurers climb aboard a version of the colorful hot air balloons for a bouncy, bumpy journey. The mud buggies will let young guests maneuver their very own child-sized off-road vehicle. And another attraction, the Camp Bus, puts Snoopy in the driver's seat as families and their children sit as passengers. And to round things out, the Trailblazers ride will let riders buckle in and zoom around in an off-road expedition. Additionally, the Beagle Scout area will include and feature a large play structure with interactive features. Honestly, at this point, anything would have been good for them. Any ride, show, or attraction, or some sort of anything would have been a great addition for Michigan's Adventure. But this is really an amazing adventure for this park, as it usually tries to target families in the first place, so this will be a great addition for them, of course. Then we got Canada's Wonderland, which is actually getting 2 new additions this year, one with the dry park and one with the water park. So let's take a look at the dry park first, as it is getting Beagle Brigade Airfield, which will be coming to Planet Snoopy in 2020, which will feature 6 suspended airplanes that will go through the air, taking kids on exciting flight. With that, they will zoom along an oval course, swinging through sharp bank turns, and will be bringing smiles to children and parents alike, of course. Then on to the water park, which will be getting Mountain Bay Cliffs, which is just normal cliff jumping pretty much, as they will be high above the Splash Works water park, and guests will be able to experience the thrills of cliff jumping, which I can tell you is pretty fun, as they will have a different variety of heights there as well, with the highest peak being at 25 feet, which is actually pretty tall for cliff jumping, so this is a nice little addition for the park, as both of them are really nice little additions for the park. Knott's Berry Farm, which will be having their 100th anniversary next year, so they more than likely won't be doing anything major, as Cedar Fair really likes to celebrate the milestones more than add something major, and they will be doing the same here with adding a tribute to the Knott's family history, which will be the Knott's Family Reunion, which is a chance for friends and families to come together to relive their favorite Knott's memories, which will also be creating unforgettable, exciting new memories as well, which guests will be immersed in a once-in-a-lifetime celebration featuring festive park decor, themed food items, unique entertainment, exclusive merchandise, and special surprises along the way, all paying homage to the historic theme park. This is really not surprising, as I said, Knott's Berry Farm and Cedar Fair, you really like to bring back history for the big every 50 anniversaries, as we're seeing with Cedar Point as well. As this will be a nice addition for the park, it will be nice to see, and a good way to pay respect to the park and to show what it is all about and how it all got started. For Carowinds, they will be getting Boogie Board Racer, which is the longest mat racing slide in the southeast, of course, and will have a high-speed, high-thrill experience, which will take people from the top of the water slide and 5 others that will grab a mat and race down the slide, of course. And of course, it's a mat racing slide, is what I'm talking about, and it's kind of like the one I already talked about, where you go down, have 360-degree loop, and then plunge down into the end, and whoever is first wins. And I said before, mat racing slides are always a good addition for the park, as they really always deliver a thrilling experience to whoever it is. Well, that is all that I have that is coming to Cedar Fair this year, as this is going to be a big year for the water parks and the Cedar Fair community. And of course, leave a suggestion for a new video down in the comments below, and who knows, your suggestion may just be in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and of course, make sure you're weaving through every day just like it's your last.